Welcome to a video about creating, editing, and publishing resources in Foodworks Online Professional. In this video, I will discuss the benefits of draft versions, followed by how to create, edit, and publish resources. Let's begin. The major benefit of drafts in Foodworks Online is that they allow you to experiment and make changes to your resources without affecting the live published versions. This means you can play around, test ideas, and ensure everything is perfect before making it official. It also means your changes are saved automatically. In Foodworks Online Professional, you can create resources for the workspace or for a specific client. I will show you how to do both of these in an example workspace. To create a resource for the workspace, in the navigation pane, select the plus icon and select a resource from the drop-down, for example, a recipe. Then, enter the name of the recipe and complete the information as required. Note that any information entered for your recipe is saved automatically, and your resource will remain as a draft until you select Publish. To create a resource for a specific client, in the navigation pane, select a client, then click the Client's Resources tab and select Create New. From this drop-down, you then need to select the type of resource, for example, a meal plan. Then you need to enter the name of the resource and complete the information on the tabs. Again, any information entered for your meal plan will be saved automatically, and the resource will remain as a draft until you select Publish. In the navigation pane, by default, only workspace resources are shown. To also display client resources in the navigation pane, click the ellipsis icon and select Show Client Resources. Now that you know how to create resources for the workspace or a client, let's discuss further about draft and publish resources. Resource drafts are identified by a small purple circle next to the resource name and icon in the navigation pane. Additionally, within a draft resource itself, a banner reading Unpublished Changes is displayed at the top. If you wish to publish a draft resource, you can first open it and make any last changes before clicking Publish. Note that when you navigate to a resource from elsewhere in Foodworks, you are always opening the published version. In a published version, you can view the resource details, change the resource name, apply tags, and attach files. To edit the resource and make changes, click the Edit button. If the resource had drafted changes, which this resource did, you will see them once you click Edit. You can then continue editing and updating the draft and then click Publish to commit the changes to the final published version. If you do not wish to keep the changes made in the draft version, select Close and Discard Draft. This function will discard any changes you have made that you do not wish to publish. Alternatively, you may simply click Close to exit the draft without discarding the changes, and you can come back to edit and publish the resource later. Note that if you are in a shared workspace, other users in the workspace cannot see your resource drafts as they are private to you. Other users will only see the changes you have made once you publish them. Likewise, you will not be able to view anyone else's draft resources and can only view changes they have made once they have published the resource. Finally, it is important to understand that only your published data is used in other resources or graphs. For example, if you are editing a custom food and you haven't published those changes, the draft changes will not appear in any recipes or calculations that the custom food is used in. To see your changes reflected in other resources or graphs, you will need to publish the resource first. This brings us to the end of the video about creating, editing, and publishing resources in Foodworks Online Professional. To access more video resources, please click the thumbnail on this screen. Thank you for watching.